Today in New York.
I'm back with Becca and Allie, who are survivors of sexual assaults. And joining us now is another survivor, and she uses her past experience to help universities prevent and cope with sexual assaults on campuses. Her story was recently featured in More magazine. Please welcome Juliette.
Thank you.
Juliette, so how are universities doing when it comes to dealing with sexual assaults?
Well, I think they're doing better, but there's still a long way to go. 2013 federal legislation, as you mentioned earlier, requires that campuses proactively respond to and prevent sexual violence, or they're going to face financial consequences. So I've been really fortunate to be part of developing some of those trainings for campuses that is, allowing folks to find their voice and to have safe spaces to go to. But that's only as helpful as the university is holding folks accountable, as you talked about earlier, and also that students have a safe and confidential place to report to.
Now, I'm assuming that your experience has influenced the work that you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So almost 20 years ago, actually, I was raped as a first-year college student by someone that I knew, and I reported the case to the dean of students and the campus police, and they did find him responsible for sexual abuse, but similar to what we've been talking about, his consequence was 1 year of social probation, which essentially meant he could still play sports, he could still live in his residence hall, he could still walk past me at this very small campus. And I, on the other hand, was having trouble, concentrating, going to class. My grades dropped. I ended up being put on academic probation because of the lack of being, participating in class. And I think about just the horror that my campus put me through. In many ways, it's almost as traumatic as experiencing a rape. And that really is what drives me, so that no one will have to experience the way that I was experienced.
How worried should parents be?
In thinking about going to college, I think what's really helpful is I encourage parents to look at the reports of crimes that campuses have reported. And contrary to what we might think, oh, let's send our children to the schools that have low levels of rape reports. But actually, I encourage them to send them to the schools that report higher numbers of rape, because we know that rape is happening across campuses generally at the same rate. And so the schools that have higher reporting really means that they're creating these safe spaces where kids and students are feeling more comfortable coming forward, so they're doing a better job.
Are there any other things out there that can help with this happening?
So there are a couple of apps that are available. One of them is called On Watch on Campus, and this app allows you to reach emergency first responders and friends just with 2 taps, and it automatically locates your GPS location. Wow. And the other one is called Safe Trek, and if you're feeling unsafe, you can launch the app and hold down with your thumb on this safe button, and when you're safe, you type in a 4-digit PIN. If you don't type in that PIN, it notifies the police with your location and your name.
Okay, I like that. Yeah. I like that one a lot right there. All right, we have here a clinical psychologist and author, Dr. Elizabeth Lombardo here. Okay, Dr. Lombardo, how can a survivor cope after a sexual assault?
The first thing to remember is it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And second of all, get help immediately. Even if you haven't decided if you want to report it to the police and the authorities, get the assistance that you need from a professional. A crisis hotline like the National Sexual Assault Hotline is available 24/7 to give you your options and give you the support that you really need.
What should a parent do if their child faces sexual assault?
The best thing for a parent to do is to give unconditional love and support. When crazy things happen in the world like this, we try to make sense out of it, and a lot of times that goes to blaming. That's not going to help you right now. So as parents offering unconditional love and support, listen to your daughter and remind them that it's not their fault.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you for joining us. And you shed a lot of light on the situation for a lot of people. Thank you very much. We'll be right back, everybody.
Coming up next, a special song written just for